This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Hey, I'm going to show you now how to connect the Stormtrooper rig to the Mocap data that we recorded the other day. I created a couple of little scripts to do some of the more tedious parts of this. But to start out, I'm going to go find our Mocap data. I'm going to take this dozer file. Takes a little while to load in. Okay, here we are. And you can see it throws them clear out over there to the sides because we must have started over here and you walked all the way over there. So we want to place him kind of in the middle and then hold down D and X and drag the pivot back over to the center. And now what I'm going to do is File, Reference Editor, and go find the Stormtrooper rig. And in order for these little scripts to work, you need to use a file called clonetrooper_rig. So if you have a different one, or you've made any changes to the rig, make sure that you save it as this name when you reference it in. All right. Now I'm going to take the, okay, this guy. I'm going to find a pose where his hips are pretty straight. It's pretty straight. And I'm going to go to like -10, frame -10. Actually, wait. There's my pose. So the hips are pretty straight up and down. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm going to go grab all of the joints. So you can open that. I'm going to grab all of the joints here. Middle mouse click on the timeline and hit S. That way we'll save that pose there at the beginning. So we can go back to it. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom into that frame and hit my first script is the size script that also puts them in a T pose. There we go. And he should be the right size now. What is this? Grab the root of the FBX and we're going to try to line them up. And X-ray joints so we can see if he's lining up with our Cooper skeleton. What we want is just for the hips to be as close as possible. And I mean right here where the leg comes out, not this one. It's where the leg is pivoting from. That's pretty good. You can see it's not exactly where it is, but this will work. So I have the hips lined up, and you can see that the legs are off. The script doesn't straighten the legs because when you straighten the legs, then it messes with things. So I'm just going to grab the foot controls and put the ankle pivot in about the same place. Not worrying about the Y, just drag it on the Z and X. And then you can rotate it. Okay. I'll do the same with this one. All right. And so what the next script is going to do is do orient constraints on the spine controls, and then parent constraints on the feet, hands, and root and clavicle. Basically, we just need our shoulders to line up. So I'm going to rotate the shoulder into place. And then I'm going to put the hand in place. All right. Just double check and make sure things are generally lining up. The head and stuff doesn't need to be in exactly the right place because it's just going to be orient constrained, like I said. So it just matters which direction it's facing, not that it's the same pivot spot. I think that looks pretty good. The hips are about right, feet, hands, and you can see that the arm of the rig, of the trooper rig, is bent, and the other arm is straight. So hopefully this will make it so we won't ever hyperextend our guy's arms. But we'll find out. So got it all lined up. I'm going to hit the constrain button. And there we go. It's connected. So what that did is it went through and did all the constraints that I was talking about. Watch it a little. So we don't need frame -10 anymore. So go to 0. And let's just watch this for a little bit. All right. and it's working pretty well. Cool. Okay. So now before we bake it, um, something, I'll show you how to bake it, which I think I'm actually going to make a button for that as well. But basically you select all the controls, so like a speed control, the root, this, yeah, you do speed, root, spines, spine, neck, head, clavicle, clavicle, and see what I've got here. Put cog, waist, vertical. Okay, we have that, and then we're going to go file, no, edit, keys, bake simulation, and yeah, let's do that. Apply. So before you do this, before you bake it, we want to do a little bit of cleanup on the animation. We're not going to clean up the whole thing before baking it because we're not going to use all 1,000 frames of this shot most likely. So just want to clean up arms and things. I'll show you what I mean. Just saving the bake so I can make a button that grabs all the controls and bakes it. Okay, so if I undo that, can I undo it? This should, if the undo worked, then I shouldn't have any keys on this guy. Okay. So here's what we want to do before baking it. You can see that his arms are very broken. Let's see, let's turn off this guy. Okay, so we're actually going to mess with the skeleton of the motion capture thing because right now the hands are constrained to the hands of that guy. I'm going to take this joint, for example, open up the graph editor, and here we could make this smaller just so we can see keys. Oh, here, I should do really fast. Oh, it's calling. Oh, all this fuzz looks like a caterpillar. Go to um, curves, view, tangents, never to make it go. Okay. I'm just going to take this whole curve and drag it like this. Take this curve, hold shift to rotate it. All right, Y. Anyway, eventually, if we do this enough, if we can get his arm in the right place. There. Now his arm's not going into his body. Basically, we want to do that with all of the arms and the feet. Yeah, you can see I did it wrong, but that's how you would do it, is grab that whole curve and move it until the arm does what it would want it to do. And the feet, and if there's other big jittery things, so if we watch the animation a little bit, let's see if we can find one. Oh, there's something. Maybe. So this part, we go grab the root control, open the graph editor, and look at the translates. Oh, it's not the control, sorry. It's the root. Joint. That's probably that right there. So we're just going to want to take this stuff and straighten it out a little bit. So kind of fixed it enough. We just want to like fix that kind of thing and fix the direction of the arms and the legs and then bake it. So that button. Call this to bake. And now what that does, that makes it so we can delete this skeleton and the animation's still on. So now, before there was like 3 keys per frame, and now there's only 1 per frame. So we now look at, like, grab the foot control. See how these keys? So anyway, that's how to connect it. And here we can see what's going on. Translate line. Now with the footsteps, if they sink in the ground, we can just grab the stuff on the bottom edge and 1-0. We can do that. Should lock it. But anyway, I got to run, but here is a video. I'll save this video out now. Let's stop this recording. Huh, I don't know how to stop it.
This conference will now be recorded.